And joining us now live this morning is the man, I think, with the coolest and most important job in all of sports, responsible for taking care of the 130-year-old plus artifact, the most revered trophy in professional sports, the Stanley Cup. Good morning, Phil. Thank you for being here. We've got the gloves on. Not that we have the cup here. It's behind us on the screen, but not here. But let's talk about this role. 37 years you've been the keeper of the cup. When you first got that job, did you think you'd still be doing that?
Well, you know what? When I was like 15, I wanted to play, like most kids, wanted to play hockey, win the Stanley Cup. Never did I think I'd be actually traveling with the Stanley Cup. And then all these years later, they're having people dress up like someone who carries the Stanley Cup. The world is nuts, but, you know, amazing. So are hockey fans.
The world is nuts.
But so are hockey fans.
Yes.
And that's what makes it so special.
Absolutely. So do you have any apprehension about this? Are you concerned about what people how are they going to interpret your look, you know, tomorrow? Like, what do people come up to you and say, hey, I look like Phil Pritchard, or I think, like, what's that like?
I should have brought my kids here. They would have been all over it. But I think what's crazy about it, I mean, is it going to be embarrassing? Probably. Is it going to be fun? I hope so. And I hope the fans and the guests get all up for it as well. The thing we got to remember, it's going to be downtown Toronto tomorrow. The Sens and Leafs are playing. Metallica's there. Like, who's going to show up? There's going to be guys dressed like Metallica with a wig on that's looking like me. I don't know, but I think everyone will have fun with it. I know we're certainly going to have fun with it.
Absolutely.
And the NHL and the Hall being part of it all, it'll be a lot of fun. And at Front and Young at the Hockey Hall of Fame, it'll be pretty spectacular.
Yeah. So 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Have they told you, Phil, kind of more of what's in store, or are they kind of keeping you a little in the dark?
I have some ideas, and we've worked together with our staff at the Hall of Fame to come up with some new other ideas as well. There'll be some surprises, I think, in that. But more than anything, we want to see the fans' reactions and kind of work off that, I think. You know, we're right downtown Toronto, so lots will be going on, and whether there be people like looking like that, I don't know. I hope not, because one is enough.
I cannot wait to see. In fact, I'm going to be in Toronto tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can like rearrange my plans to come down and check it out, because I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But let's talk seriously. I mean, you're the guy who delivers the cup to the Stanley Cup championship winning teams each and every year. The gloves are sort of an iconic part of it, and I appreciate you bringing me a pair today. What does that mean to you, and what's that moment like each and every year as you get to sort of present the cup in that way?
I obviously I'm biased, but it is the greatest trophy in sport. And the way Canadians and now every country around the world has respected it, in that it's unbelievable. As you said off the top, it's over 130 plus years old. It's got a whole lifetime of history, and I think if it could talk, the stories it could tell would be unbelievable. For myself and Craig, who are walking it out there, to be part of it, it's pretty special. To meet the players, to meet their families, to meet their friends, and hear their stories of how they got to this point. To be a fly in the wall, I guess, basically what we are, and soak it all in. It's amazing.
Winning those 16 games over 2 months to get that cup is I think, the greatest test in sports. I genuinely believe it. So let me ask you this. You talk about talking to the players. We hear stories about what happens to the Stanley Cup in some of the post-game celebrations, and then, you know, as it tours around. Do you hear the other stories? Like, do you have some crazy stories about what's happened with the cup?
I see the stories. We see all of them.
Or do you go, oh my God, don't damage the trophy? That's what I'm kind of wondering, is how concerned do you get?
Well, we're always with them all the time. So when we arrive at the day, whoever it is, we kind of have an idea of what the schedule is going to be already. And you have to remember, this player is bringing the cup home. So mom and dad, grandparents, brother, sister, best friends, they're all part of the day. And they're celebrating with them. So if something usually gets out of hand, you'll hear mom yell first. And as soon as someone's mom yells, you know.
You got to listen to mom.
Always. And I don't think there's ever been one player that has outranked their mom. And nor does one want to. But they do I think what they do is the right things. They take it back to their first teacher or their first coach and say thank you. They take it to cemeteries for past ones. They take it to their favorite restaurant growing up, or where they bought their coffee, or whatever it might be. They're the guy who did their skates. All of those people, they don't forget. And hockey is such a team sport that they celebrate with them. And sure, they have the parties at night, and the parties are great. And they're in their hometown, and everyone wants to be part of it.
Yeah.
But the stuff they do during the day, I think, is what really makes a hockey player a hockey
It's pretty
player.
special, and in most ways uniquely Canadian, as crosses the border. But there's a nice thing about the fact that it lives here at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Let's talk really quickly. Home game. It's not a home game tomorrow. It's an away game, but the home team, Toronto, looking very solid. I know you're not a hockey analyst per se, Phil, but what are you seeing about this team here and the vibe in the city? I mean, 3-0 on the Senators.
Well, wasn't it amazing last night in overtime on that goal, like just over a minute in? That was unbelievable. Then they showed the fans in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
And that, it's there
it is.
already.
There it is right there at Maple Leaf Square, yeah.
And it's there already. And it's now 3-0. That they've got a fourth game coming up, and we'll see what happens then. I mean, you think where this could go. As you said, it takes 16 wins.
Yeah.
We're a long way from there yet.
3 down, and we'll see how many more to go.
But you see all those Leaf jerseys out everywhere, and it's going to keep growing.
It's exciting. Well, listen, tomorrow afternoon, 4:30, outside the Hockey Hall of Fame, Phil Pritchard.
Hey, thanks.
Can't wait to see your doppelgangers, Phil.
Okay.
Great to talk to you this
Come
morning.
by.
Really
You got
appreciate
the
this
gloves.
conversation. I got
I'll
the
give you a
gloves.
jacket.
Thank you. That'd be amazing.
We'll figure stuff out.
Excellent. Okay, Phil, thank you so much. Again, you can check that out. KeeperCon outside the Hockey Hall of Fame, and we're back with more breakfast coming up right after this.